Good afternoon. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Dr. Lundell Reads Ulysses. This is page 5. Um, I just found out today that the chair of my PhD committee, Elaine J.J. Cohen from UC San Diego, had passed away in January 29th of this year, 2026. He was very funny and very cool. And he's told me once, um, what did he say? He had a French accent too. He said, Michael. um, he said, "Do you know somebody tried to make a film version of Ulysses?" He said it's unfilmable. You can't film this book. You can't make this book into a movie. He said, "What are you gonna do? Have a woman laying on a bed saying yes, 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 yes?" I thought that was funny. They did try to make a movie out of it. It's from the 50s. It's pretty terrible. No offense, you filmmakers who try to do that. Um, anyway, this page 5 goes out to you, Dr. Cohen. Um, also, I looked up Buck Mulligan, Stephen's roommate. He's actually Irish. He's not English, like I said, but he does come off as being like pretentious and rich, which he kind of is. And it's interesting to think about, like, maybe he's modeling that superiority on British standards of like excellence of what is right and what is the good thing. And he makes fun of Stephen's poorness because Stephen's poor. In any event, let's see. I think this is Buck Mulligan. Yeah, page 5. Scotta, he cried thickly. He came over to the gun rest and, thrusting a hand into Stephen's upper pocket, said, "Lend us a loan of your nose rag to wipe my razor." Stephen suffered him to pull out and hold up on show, by its corner, a dirty, crumpled handkerchief. Buck Mulligan wiped the razor blade neatly. Then, gazing over the handkerchief, he said, "The bard's nose rag. A new art color for our Irish poets. Snot green. You can almost taste it, can't you?" He mounted the parapet again and gazed out over Dublin Bay, his fair oak-pale hair stirring slightly. "God," he said quietly, "isn't the sea what Algy calls it, a great sweet mother? The snot-green sea, the scrotum-tightening sea, epi oinapa pontum." "Ah, Daedalus, the Greeks. I must teach you. You must read them in the original. Thalata, Thalata. She is our great sweet mother. Come and look." Stephen stood up and went over to the parapet. Leaning on it, he looked down on the water and on the mail boat clearing the harbor mouth of Kingstown. "Our mighty mother," Buck Mulligan said. He turned abruptly his great searching eyes from the sea to Stephen's face. "The aunt thinks you killed your mother," he said. "That's why she won't let me have anything to do with you." "Someone killed her," Stephen said gloomily. "You could have knelt down. Damn it, Kinch, when your dying mother asked you," Buck Mulligan said. "I'm Hyperborean as much as you, but to think of your mother begging you with her last breath to kneel down and pray for her, and you refused. There is something sinister in you." He broke off and lathered again lightly his farther cheek. A tolerant smile curled his lips. "But a lovely mummer," he murmured to himself. "Kinch, the loveliest mummer of them all." He shaved evenly and with care, in silence, seriously. Stephen, an elbow rested on the jagged granite, leaned his palm against his brow and gazed at the fraying edge of his shiny black coat sleeve. Pain, that was not yet the pain of love, fretted his heart. Silently, in a dream, she had come to him after her death, her wasted body within its loose brown grave clothes giving off an odor of wax and rosewood, her breath that had bent upon him, mute, reproachful, a faint odor of wetted ashes. Across thee. That's page 5. We have Stephen and his roommate, Buck Mulligan. They're saying, boy things about the sea. Scrotum tightening sea, snot green sea, making ball jokes and snot jokes. And Buck Mulligan is bragging that he knows Greek and Stephen doesn't. And then we have this moment here where it says, "The aunt thinks you killed your mother," he said. "That's why she won't let me have anything to do with you." Buck Mulligan's aunt is like the rich aunt who's kind of paying for his school. Buck Mulligan is a doctor or medical student, I forget. But his aunt is rich and paying for. You like my finger? His aunt is rich and paying for everything, and he often says that in front of Stephen that she has this money. Stephen Dedalus's mother died fairly recently, it seems, and the reason for her death is not clear here, but Buck Mulligan says that his aunt thinks he killed his mother by not kneeling down to say a prayer for her in the Catholic tradition, and so thus, betraying the religion and the cultural identity and the wishes of his mother. And then Stephen reflects on this a little bit, and I really like this line: "Pain that was not yet the pain of love fretted his heart." He feels guilty, of course. He lost his mother, which is a huge thing, no matter who you are, what your mother is. And I like this line. It says, "Not yet the pain of love." He's still a young kid. He hasn't fallen in love yet, so he doesn't know what that's like yet. Do y'all out there in Radio Land? In any event, that's page 5. I promise you I will not wait another 2 weeks to do page 6. Not that, anyone out there is actually worrying about this. Let's see, on my desk. Today's episode is dedicated to Elaine J.J. Cohen, and it is brought to you by the Laughing Cow Cheese, La Vache qui rit, fitting sponsor. La Vache qui rit did not pay me, by the way, but they are good. I grew up in the Middle East, and everyone eats this every day. Yeah, that's it. Bye. Have a nice day.